Hi, my name is Professor Brayan. Welcome to Diplomacy and Global Affairs Careers in International Relations. Today we are going to study the chapter Organizations and Institutions in Global Affairs. In this chapter, we'll explore how global institutions, such as the UN, IMF, World Bank, WTO, and regional alliances, coordinate diplomacy, trade, peacekeeping, and development. These organizations set the rules of global engagement, manage conflicts, and create frameworks for economic growth. Understanding them helps us see how political cooperation and economic stability are interconnected. What are global institutions? Global institutions are formal organizations that guide relations between countries and address shared challenges. They create rules, policies, and agreements that allow nations to work together. Without them, global trade, peace agreements, and climate negotiations would be far more difficult. For economic students, these bodies are critical because they influence investment flows, development finance, and trade patterns. They also provide a platform for long-term stability in global markets. The United Nations purpose. The United Nations, founded in 1945, has the mission to maintain international peace, protect human rights, deliver humanitarian aid, and promote sustainable development. It offers a neutral forum for nations to discuss and resolve conflicts. The UN's work extends to environmental protection, disarmament, and cultural exchange. For economists, its development programs have a direct impact on poverty reduction and global economic stability. It is, in essence, the political backbone for international cooperation. United Nations principal organs. The United Nations has 6 principal organs, each with specific roles. The General Assembly allows all 193 member states an equal vote on major issues. The Security Council manages threats to peace, with 5 permanent members holding veto power. The Economic and Social Council coordinates economic and social initiatives, linking directly to global development. The International Court of Justice resolves legal disputes between states. This structure ensures that political, legal, and economic issues are handled in an organized manner. United Nations specialized agencies. Specialized agencies operate independently but work with the UN on specific issues. WHO handles global health, UNESCO focuses on education and culture, and ILO promotes labor rights. FAO addresses hunger and agricultural policy, while IMF and World Bank focus on finance and development. These agencies enhance human capital, which is essential for long-term economic growth. They are examples of how targeted expertise supports global welfare. Bretton Woods institutions. The Bretton Woods system, established in 1944, created the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank to stabilize the post-war global economy. The IMF ensures monetary stability, while the World Bank funds development projects. Together, they provide loans, technical assistance, and policy advice. They have played a major role in rebuilding economies after crises. For economists, these institutions offer a practical example of macroeconomic management at a global level. World Bank Group. The World Bank Group consists of 5 organizations, including IBRD and IDA, which focus on financing development. They support infrastructure, education, health, and governance reforms. Their aim is to reduce poverty and promote shared prosperity. Projects range from building highways to improving public health systems. This work directly shapes the economic potential of developing nations. International Monetary Fund, IMF. The IMF monitors the global economy, offers policy advice, and provides financial support to countries in crisis. It helps stabilize exchange rates and balance of payments issues. Special drawing rights, SDRs, are used as an international reserve asset. While IMF programs can restore stability, they sometimes require tough reforms. Understanding the IMF is key to analyzing global financial stability. World Trade Organization, WTO. The WTO sets the rules for international trade, ensuring transparency and fairness. It resolves disputes, preventing trade wars that could damage economies. It covers goods, services, and intellectual property. Membership allows countries to benefit from a predictable trading environment. For economic students, it's a practical case of how free trade theory operates in the real world. Indian Foreign Service, IFS. The IFS represents India in foreign affairs, negotiates treaties, and promotes trade relations. Officers work in embassies, high commissions, and multilateral organizations. They play a key role in attracting investment and boosting exports. It's one of the most competitive and prestigious career paths in diplomacy. For an economist, it's a platform to influence trade and development policy. International NGOs. International NGOs operate independently of governments to address global issues. Amnesty International focuses on human rights, while the Red Cross delivers humanitarian aid. They often respond faster than governments in emergencies. NGOs also influence policy by raising awareness and lobbying decision-makers. Their work complements that of official institutions. Regional organizations. Regional bodies like the EU, ASEAN, and SAARC foster cooperation among neighboring states. The EU is the most integrated, with a single market and currency. ASEAN focuses on trade facilitation, while SAARC has struggled with political differences. Such organizations boost regional trade and investment flows. They also act as stepping stones for broader global engagement. African Union, AU. The AU promotes unity and economic cooperation among African states. Its flagship project, AfCFTA, aims to create the largest free trade area in the world by membership. The goal is to increase intra-African trade and industrialization. Challenges include infrastructure gaps and policy coordination. Still, it represents a major shift toward continental economic integration. Think tanks. Think tanks are research institutions that influence policy through evidence-based recommendations. Examples include Brookings Institution and Chatham House. They produce studies on trade, governance, and global finance. Economists in think tanks conduct analysis, forecast trends, and brief policymakers. They bridge the gap between academic research and practical policy. UN peacekeeping. UN peacekeeping missions stabilize regions after conflict, enabling economic recovery. They protect civilians, support elections, and rebuild institutions. Peace and security are prerequisites for trade and investment. Without them, development projects often fail. Peacekeeping is thus both a political and economic necessity. Multilateral negotiation forums. Forums like the G20, COP climate summits, and WTO ministerial meetings bring countries together to solve shared problems. They influence fiscal policies, climate action, and trade agreements. Such meetings require skilled negotiators with economic expertise. Agreements reached here often reshape global markets. They are proof that diplomacy and economics are deeply connected. World Trade Organization dispute settlement. This system allows countries to challenge unfair trade practices. It prevents retaliation spirals that could hurt global trade. The process involves consultation, panels, and appeals. By ensuring fair play, it boosts trust in the trading system. It's a critical safeguard for small and large economies alike. International Court of Justice, ICJ. The International Court of Justice resolves disputes between countries using international law. Cases may involve borders, treaties, or resource rights. A stable legal order reduces risk for investors and traders. Compliance with ICJ rulings is vital for maintaining global order. Economists benefit when legal certainty supports commerce. Humanitarian agencies. Agencies like UNHCR and WFP address refugee crises and food insecurity. They provide immediate relief and help communities recover. Stability in food and shelter supports economic rebuilding. Their work also prevents humanitarian crises from becoming political conflicts. This makes them vital to long-term peace and development. Economic cooperation examples. Economic cooperation includes shared infrastructure, technology transfer, and joint ventures. Such projects lower costs, spread risk, and expand markets. Examples include cross-border railways and renewable energy grids. These initiatives strengthen economic resilience. They also promote goodwill among participating nations. Career pathways. Careers in these institutions demand strong analytical skills, global awareness, and communication ability. Economists can work in policy design, research, or field operations. These roles offer a chance to influence decisions that affect millions. They combine public service with international exposure. For those passionate about global change, this is a rewarding path.